Are we recording? Alright. See the video? Oh, give me. Alright, see the video? Let's just get into this. What if Deku and Lincoln had the omnitrix? Yeah. No, wait a minute. Oh. Just give it a minute. Okay, there we go. Let's get into it. Now then, you wonder, how can there be two omnitrixes if, Asmith legitimately said that there shouldn't be? You'll find out. But, just get into this. Alright, so, same backstory as the same. What if Lincoln, Chandler, and Clyde all came to Japan for better experiences in life, basically. Alright. But don't worry, that backstory always won't be the same. And everything still won't be the same, except for, they trained somewhat, but, everything's still the same as the same would for most parts. It's just that Lincoln really would just don't have that much of a drive as in the same one, since, not alien monkeys in this universe. But yeah, Lincoln still meets Kyoka. Things still play out with them the same. It's not until I say now then Koski isn't much an asshole as in canon. As much, but still kind of a prick. But let's just get into it. So we start this story off, I say, about a month before. Yeah, a month before the UA entrance exam. And a month before the UA entrance exam, we see an Adler. Wait, no, that sounds so wrong. Adler? How do you pronounce middle school, the junior high's name? What the fuck is that? Adler. Fuck, I'll look it up later. The junior high, they go on a camping trip. A school camping trip to celebrate not being celebrate them going all to high school. Now then, basically things kind of turn out to where things go normal until Lincoln and Nezuko are forced to go get firewood. As they were singled out for it, while Chandler and Clyde didn't want them to go. They went. Now then, as these two are walking in the forest, just talking, I don't know, you can come up with a random conversation about how much Bakugo's ass, or something along that lines. But, during this time, while collecting firewood, just as when they're about to walk back, they see two meteors falling out of the sky. And thus, they make a wish. And wishing they can be heroes. Things like that. And this is when the meteors completely turn tail and start heading towards them. Now then, since Lincoln is kind of physically stronger than Izuku, it leads to him grabbing Izuku and just bolting. While the meteor lands, they both still get caught up in the blast radius and knocked against the tree, which knocks them unconscious. Now, for a couple of seconds, I say a minute, when they wake up, when they wake up, they see the crater that was made, they walk towards it, whatever reason they walk towards it, and when they get close, the ground kind of shakes before leading them to fall into the ditches. And now then, once they get close, they see two green things. They see two green-like things. Two watches with green hourglass shapes. And thus, they reach their left hands for the watches. Now then, it almost immediately latches onto them. And after a while of panicking, thanks to pressing buttons, Lincoln and Nezuko see silhouettes pop up. For Lincoln, it's kind of vague to tell. It's a silhouette of a thing standing with something on its head, while Izuku sees something like a velociraptor. As Link and Izuku look at each other, they try to press it back down, only to start the transformation. Now then, for Lincoln, rock starts to pile onto his body as he lights on fire. And for Izuku, he kind of he ends up some of his fingers combined together. While he grows a tail, and what's shown is Lincoln as a fire-like thing, a fire volcano man, and Izuku like a armored velociraptor. Yeah, Izuku like an armored velociraptor. Huh. Oh, shit. Like a llama, Alright, so after freaking out for a little bit, they kind of find out about their powers. Now, eventually, they first do think they're a quirk, until they transform back. Realizing that whatever has happened to them is because of these watches. Now then, as this is happening, as they walk back with the firewood, something goes on its face. Where is the omnitrix? Being in a capsule now, asking, well, sorry, Lord Vilgax. It seems the Megatrix has ended up bonding this, latching on someone's DNA. As the red entity squints its eyes in pure rage. Send probes down there to retrieve my Send probes down there. I will retrieve my prizes, no matter how much blood it costs. Yes, Lord Vilgax. The robots agree before sending out a couple of probes. Now that during this time, Link and Izuku have made it back to the campsite. And, well, while Bakugo talks some shit, but, besides that, Now then, this is when they hear it crashing coming down as two giant things land in front of the campsite. Well, a little bit away from the campsite, as they reveal to be giant robots, followed by multiple mini-robots. Now then, the fuck? I think I hear shooting. Okay, lovely. But yes, followed by the mini-robots as they launch. As we see through the robots' perspective, they lock on to Link and Izuku, mainly their left arms. As it says, Omnitrix and Omegatrix detected before launching at them. Now then, before the robots can even get close, one is cut in half by Chandler and the other one is pierced by ice by Clyde. And this is when, after handling the small robots, this is when the big ones show up. Now, as Clyde closes his hands, and we see ice starting to build up on him, as he says, freeze. And with one giant movement, when the robots are completely covered in ice before being shattered to the ground. Clyde almost immediately falls to the ground after this, with some frostbite. Now then, this is when pro heroes show up that were called by the teacher. As one of them come down, it's All Might, which in this universe, they never met All Might in this timeline. He was able to catch. I don't know why I paused there. He was able to catch the sludge villain before he was able to escape, thus never meeting the boys in this timeline, and so on and so forth. But yeah, now then, after this and after everyone's sit home, Link and Izuku look at the watches on their arms. Now, yes, during their way home, they tell Chandler and Clyde about this. And another person Lincoln tells about this is Kyoka, since, while she's also one of his girlfriend and also one of his only other friends besides him. And Clyde, while Clyde finds out about this, he sends something to Melissa, asking her to check on this, but keep it secret, as he doesn't want either of his, technically brothers getting picked up by heroes and not being seen again, Still can't trust the government, especially in this, surprisingly, you especially can't trust the government in this universe. Who knew? But yeah. Now then, during this time, things turn. Now, during this month, the rest of the month, Link and Izuku train with these. And while they think they're monsters, until Lincoln comes up with the idea of them being aliens, as well, the watches fell from space. So they kind of just go with it, especially after Lincoln uses some comic book knowledge. Like, boys get power from extraterrestrial entity. Yeah, something of that lines. Who knows? During this month, Lincoln and Izuku find out about the 10 transformations. Lincoln has Heat Blast, Ghost Freak. Well, Lincoln calls them Heat Blast, Ghost Freak, Accelerate, Forearms, Diamond Head, Wild Mutt, Upgrade, Stinkfly, Gray Matter, and no Rip Jaws in this timeline. Actually, Lincoln and Izuku both have water. Lincoln and Izuku both have water hazard in this timeline instead. Since, let's be honest, he's a better water alien in like every conceivable way compared to Rip Jaws. And yes, even when I do allow 10 in Deku 10 series, they will have this exact same roster of 10 starting out aliens. Because Rip Jaws kind of sucks. But let's get back into the video. Now that Lincoln names his aliens, Izuku names his aliens. Give it a minute. Shout out to Noah Stories for the names of the aliens, but here you go. So, yeah. They'll probably go back to you. Now that I won't be using all of the names from Noah Stories, but I'll use some and then come up with other ones I think better for myself. So, yeah. Let's get on with it. Actually, no, Izuku's Petro Sapien form is named Diamond Head, while Lincoln's is named Diamond Breaker. So, yeah. Alright, let's get into the video. Well, get back into it, okay? Okay. Now then, during this month, let's get to the entrance exams. I'm gonna get to the training. Oh, fuck, my side just started hurting for no apparent reason. Alright, I'm gonna get to the training exercise, and then I'm gonna call it cool. Then I'm gonna head out. Probably take a shower, get something to eat, who knows. But yeah, we get to the entrance exams. The boys are split up, but now then, during this time, Lincoln spins. Now then, as we see during the intercept, Lincoln and Izuku both spin the watches. We'll spin the watches before slamming down. Izuku's a lot more confident in this series already, but with this month of training and cleaning up Dago at Beach with the others, yeah, he won't be that slow to make a decision like in some other, like if it was just a normal Deku 10 series. So Izuku being a lot more confident, he's a lot more willing to, he trusts his abilities a lot more. Now then, for Lincoln, as he was trying to go for Heat Blast only to get Upgrade. Damn it. Well, I guess I can make this work, because Lincoln basically turns into a puddle and slithers away, technically. Well, Izuku was going for Upgrade. Ended up getting Quad Arms. So his Tetramanifold. Now then, for Lincoln, Upgrade is a black and white I don't know how to explain it. Black and white body alien with orange circuits falling around him. While for Quad Arms, he's a four. Could I make him a different color? Fuck it. He's a four-armed alien with muscle, and you can think of a designer like just look it up for yourself. I don't know. Who knows? Hold up. Izuku's Quad Arms had on an All Might shirt. Or Quad Arms has on All Might shirt. Let's go with that. I don't know. But yeah. Now then. Wait a minute. Now then, let's get into it. As Lincoln wolves. Let's go with Izuku first. As Izuku jumps through the city, smashing robot after robot and saving multiple people. Then he's faced with the 0-pointer. Izuku still fell in his timeline, so he still meets Ochako. And seeing the girl that, tried to help, that helped him on the floor, Izuku moving without thinking, as he jumps up in the air, using all of his strength and all 4 arms before punching the 0-pointer in the face, completely destroy. Well, he damages a part of it and leads to it falling down. Considering the fact that 4 arms can throw buildings, I think he could take down the 0-pointer. And also, this is a 6-year-old Tetra Man, so a lot stronger than. So probably as strong as UAF 4 arms. You get what I mean. And now then. So yeah, after Izuku saves Ochako, he transforms back just as he's falling down. But luckily he gets smacked by Ochako. He gets smacked in the face by Ochako and floats down. And he does help her, the recovery girl. And while these two start talking during this time, again, Izuku's not Luster Med, a lot more confident in these AUs with Lincoln. So yeah, now let's get on with Lincoln. Now let's turn back the clock and go back to when Lincoln basically slithers through everything. With him even shapes, and because he has kind of 10, remember, upgrade, so he possesses the robots and attacks them. And during this time, while Lincoln is swinging at a robot, he thinks of something, which turns his hand into a spike ball as he swings it back, dismantling the robot's head. Oh, cool, Lincoln says. This is when the 0-pointer comes in. Now that no one's in danger, but Lincoln still realizes that he could get someone hurt as he latches onto the 0-pointer, taking it over and turning it off. As Lincoln just as Lincoln turns back, he's stuck on the shoulder basically, and someone has to get him down. Now then, let's go to Clyde. Yeah. Now during this time, Clyde's basically smelling the robots with his ice. And this is until robot comes at him from behind. Clyde puts his hands up to attack or stop it before shooting. But instead, when it makes contact with Clyde starts absorbing it. Clyde absorbs electricity from it, turning it off. What the hell? As Clyde sees his hand glowing with blue electricity, with Clyde then turning back into tasing a robot, destroying it. Oh, I gotta work on this. As Clyde begins to use these new powers along with this new quirk, quotation marks. So yeah. Now then we get to the end at the entrance exams. Things go okay. Now Katsuki tries to. Now, and during this time, this is when Clyde pulls his brothers to the side. Hey guys, okay, I'm pretty sure something weird just happened. What's up? And what's that? Chandler says. Okay, so actually, you know what? I think it'd be better to show you. Someone give me their phone. Okay. As Lincoln tosses his phone to Clyde, which then Clyde presses down, just squeezes his hand and starts to absorb it, turning it off before charging the electricity back through it and turning Lincoln's phone back on. Did you just absorb the energy from my phone and then turn it back? As Izuku starts to mother about how this is kind of fun. He just starts muttering his Izuku, which is probably Izuku, he says. Yeah, as Izuku comes out of his rambling. Okay, so how did it happen? Izuku asks Clyde to hopefully find something, and Clyde explains what happened. Well, it could have been out of stress, and when you were in danger, this new quirk activated. As he thinks about it, and they run with that theory. How much time have we been running on? Because I'm just cut it here. And we can do the first day of UA. Now then, as the boys wait, they get the letters, And boom, they're accepted UA. Not much to it. Now then, let's get to the first day. Now, we see the day starting with Inko asking them if they didn't pack anything but comic books, toys, stuff like that. So, yeah. Then we get things to continue on from here. We get to the first day. They see Ida being... Well, they see Katsuki being an asshole to Ida with him asking what kind of stick he has up his ass from going... Well, realize, Katsuki being Katsuki. Now then, Lincoln does break off from the group and go talk to... things like in Dragon Ball What If still happens, so Chandler still knows Suyu in this one. So, yeah, Chandler goes talk to Suyu. And, shit, my stomach hurt. Chandler goes to talk to Suyu. Lincoln goes break off to talk with, Ronnie is still in this timeline. So Lincoln talks to Ronnie. And just catching up. And before going and eventually sit down and talk to Kyoka. Actually, no, he doesn't get that as Ronnie comes up to him. And this is when Lincoln and Izuku turn their heads. Is that a crack addict in our school? Lincoln asks. Which gets Izuku does the funny anime spit thing, As Aizawa gets up, talks to himself, explains who he is, and their teacher, As Lincoln actually looks at Aizawa with seriousness. I think as he taps Izuku on the shoulder, I think I know him from somewhere from where. Like, who does he look like? I know I'm pretty sure he's a pro hero if he went here, Izuku says. But what type of pro hero? I haven't seen him on the news before. The two just go on this banter, and Aizawa ends up getting them to go to the, train. They come outside, you think this is fun, yada yada, you know how things go. Now then, let's get into the ball test and things. Now then, for the dash, Lincoln and Izuku both have the idea to go with, extreme speed and, accelerate. Yes, extreme speed, sue me, as they transform. Now then... Yeah, no, they don't get what they want. Zuko transforms into Inferno, while Lincoln transforms in... Lincoln transforms into Water Hazard. Stupid watch. Ochako is surprised at the fact that Zuko can become that red guy. Some of the members in Class 1A are surprised that Lincoln didn't become the bubbly guy. I don't know how they would explain the metallic liquid robot guy. I don't know. How would you explain upgrade? Tell me in the comments. But yeah, let's get on with this. Now then, they do a couple of tests, which strength tests, things like that before timing out. This is when they tell the others about their time limit. Now then, Kyoka already knows this for 10 minutes, while Ryan is just shot. Although Ryan is suspicious, since the last time she saw Lincoln, he was quirkless. So, she's definitely going to keep a rain check on that. So, yeah. Now then, we get to the ball throwing exam. Lincoln and Izuku transform. Lincoln ends up turning into, they get what they want in this timeline. Lincoln and Izuku both become forearms and quad arms, chuck the ball, and there we go. Alright, I need to go use the restroom. I will make part 2 in a little bit. Alright.